Hello magical people and welcome back to Let's Build the City. It's Mr. L here, and there's a couple of views of what we did last episode. I've changed one thing, and that is I added some pictures, and I've changed the text track as well to the fancy, which I think the fancy looks better for our city. I'm starting straight away with working out how the walkway of the centre of this new project is going to be, and if you haven't guessed it already, it's going to be start off as a graveyard, so map out the size of the graveyard, and then we're going to work on the framework to the church. Now, a few people have said the town hall, looks like a church. So I'm going to try and make this look a lot more cathedral-y, if that makes sense. As you see here, I'm making out the centre piece, which is going to have a lamp in the middle, which is going to be made out of fences and glowstone. Now, I do play this a bit too much, I do say. I should probably quickly done it, but no, I had a little fiddle. And then again, how I end it is not how I leave it. I change it again later on in the video. So you see there, I've put one up and one down, but again, I will be changing that because I'm not too happy with the design. It's just not right. I know it's only one of these small details, but again, it's all got to look great. You can see here, I'm just moving them up because sod it, let's have them all the same height. But it works, that is the main thing. So now I'm working on the wall. I'm using the cobblestone walls for the outer wall of the graveyard. So I do a lot of counting, so I think it was 10 high. That makes sense, or 10 up bits, middle bits. I hope so. So I'll skip forwards after I've did the whole walls, and there you go, that is the whole graveyard. And as you see, I sunk in the rows as well, to make them look a little bit more natural. Now it's time to plan out the size of the church itself, and I want it to be massive. I want it to be the biggest building I've built so far on the church. Just making sure it all lined up, and don't worry, all this dirt will be moved and it will be different. Well, I hope so. So I'm going to have one main tower, which is going to be massive. Then I'm going to have a really high, cool tower in the corner, and then the other side I'm going to have like a little narrow corridor type building, which I might have something hanging over the side. So that is what I'm sort of got in my head at the moment. Using dirt there to count how big the gap is. I think you'll see when I start the Survivor series, I use a lot of dirt to mapping out things. Let's see here, this is the part that's going to be the big tower. It's going to be a square tower with a very sharp peak at the top. Now yeah, I haven't quite decided yet what materials I will be using. I know I'm going to use cobblestone for like probably 3 or 4 high at the bottom. I use cobblestone for the corners. I might even sink in the wall bit and then add cobblestone to add a lot of detail. Again, I haven't quite got that far yet. Now the only thing I would say I don't like about the Xbox is you can't have like stuff like world edit and stuff like that, which when doing a build like this would help so much because you've got so much to do. So like these walls I could probably do in one big go near enough.
It never ends.
Now as I wanted the tower to be a square, I had to make sure it was the same size as the width of that building. So you saw me there just counting out, I think it was like 25 blocks wide. So it's not, it doesn't seem that big, but when you look at it, it is quite a massive building. What's calculated by 1? I just love this texture pack. The cobblestone looks amazing. The only reason I use material is because I know which ones I have to break to get rid of. So that's what I'm saying, the longish thin corridor. So there we go, that's the whole length side. Now it's time to start the floor. So what I'm doing is I'm using quartz pillows for the edger? What the hell am I on about? Yeah, the out edge of the wall. And then in the inside of it I'm going to use two types of wood. So one I'm going to use the dark spruce wood, and on the other ones I'm going to use the normal pine wood. Now before I carry on, I'm about to get cracking on with the stairs. And again, I'm just using the slabs, the stone slabs. I'm trying to get my words out. Yeah, using the stone slabs. Just trying to make it like it goes into an arrow shape into the graveyard. Keep adding and removing blocks until I was happy with it. So there's the floor completed. And I wanted to try and change it up by having a two-tier building for the ground anyway. So as you see here, I put the stairs down to a long corridor, which will be where like all the priests and that hang out. They go, oh yeah, I'm chilling in my crib. I think there's a special room for it where they have all the gowns and stuff. I'm not sure what it's called. So before I'm using two different woods. This is the normal roof, pine wood I think. Whatever it is. I do like the text tag of the quartz as well. The quartz look amazing. I just like the squares of them, which obviously gives the details of it out. I'm like Speedy Gonzales. Says that done. Now back to the wall. So I've just done the outline. Now this did take me quite a while to get right. Or not this bit itself, but the whole building. I just kept adding and removing and adding and removing. And here I thought, well, I need a door. I'm not gonna do nothing fancy. It's just gonna be like a normal two wooden doors probably. And using the quartz blocks for the doorway. Now this is going to be the first time I've ever done a building with the ground floor at two different heights. My fingers crossed I can pull it off.
When does it end?
I just love looking in the background and seeing what I've already built. It is an achievement. It is coming on. I know this is episode 10 and we're only on the...
It never ends.
Probably the third biggest part of this. But it's work in progress. That's what we matters. Now I've got to remember the tower is massive, so I'm trying to make sure that it's all in proportion. I don't want to have like a little tiny building attached to a massive, ginormous building. It wouldn't look right. So what I'm doing is I'm slowly like having a pointed building, if you get what I mean. So I've come in, I come in, I think it's 2 blocks, and then I come in, I think 1 more. So I have 3 tiers of this building. Which I'm not yet decided if they're going to be 3 floors, or is it just going to be a really tall, high building, which I think probably the high building is more likely. So again, here I am, and like I said, I come in about 1 or 2 this time. Yeah, 1. Which on top of this will have the tiny peaked roof, which is going to be as steep as I can make it. Well, but you can see there's not really much to play with, so I'll try and do the best I can. Removing the excess blocks that I don't need, because at the moment it is only the framework. So that's the framework for the small extension type building part of it. Now to come on to the main part of it. And again, I'm going to repeat the plan but this time I'm coming in 5 or 4 blocks, I can't remember which I picked. And I'm only doing it once this time as well, so on top of this will be the tiered roof. I think that looks good. I could do like a nice big pattern. I might try and do like an art design on there. I'm just again not too sure which or what I'm going to do. Again, removing all the excess blocks that I don't need, because just put them in there, later on we'll remove them. So while I'm here, I think I'll just quickly do the roof frame bit as well. Just make sure it's all ready for when I start the roof. Which I might this time actually do the roof next. I might do the roof next episode, or I might leave it to last like I normally do. There you go, that is the main 2 small parts now coming to the tower. And again, I want to keep that same theme with a big building with a smaller building on top of it. So I've coming to around the whole circumference of the square. And then on top of this will be the peak roof. As you can see, I've come right up into the clouds, which I think in the end I had to turn the clouds off because they were getting annoying. I know they don't affect anything, they just affect the visual look of things. Now before I end the episode, I've just gone around and dotted a couple of quartz slabs, and I put jungle and normal trees in there, just to add a bit of decoration to the finish. So there we go, we are finished. Well, finished this episode, and that has been the church and the graveyard. Next episode I will be starting more work on the building. I'll probably start adding the walls. But anyway, thanks for watching. Like, favourite and subscribe. And I'll see you all next week. Bye bye. Adios.